All right, the aliens are fucking with me, and so I want to just go ahead and relate what they've been up to so I can hopefully make it stop. But anyways, started with, they made me feel suddenly like I need to be able to turn my aggression on, because if I don't turn my aggression on, then it's just the position that I'm in, you know? They're going to be aggressive, so I got to be aggressive. It's a equilibrium. You can just feel it. And as I was doing that, then they suppressed that and made me feel like I wasn't going to be able to do that. And I know that it has to have something to do with something I've done to threaten them. And so I think what it probably has to do with is the image that I placed on chapter 8, which it was just too good of an image for me not to put it on there. But, you know, especially after everything that they've pulled, I kind of want them to feel like that. But anyways, it was AI really created it. And it's interesting how AI went about creating it, because I'm under the impression that AI was giving secret messages to the other AI. I'm almost 100% positive, in order to issue these threats. Anyways, so I'm probably gonna have to replace that image. In addition to that, they said you're a loser at one point. So then there's something in there about I've made somebody feel like a loser. There's or somebody feels like. So this is what the Stockholm Syndrome public perceives. Okay, so really probably nothing is anything like what they perceive. But so in addition to that, I was thinking about how I've been using deception because they're threatening me. And so I've done this before, where I've essentially just fucked with the government and lured them in, knowing that they couldn't hurt me. And so I got into some, hot water with them over that, because they didn't like that. But at this point, I'm not using it on offense. I'm using it on defense, because I can just feel it. I can just feel it out there. And so what I'm doing is, it's just, that's at the heart of everything when it comes to warfare. And I'm not saying warfare as in you want to actually be in a war with somebody. You want to avoid the conflict part. But when you're dealing with an adversary who's, hostile, then what you want is to, if you're feeling strong, you got to appear weak. You know what I mean? That's essentially, you just have to, because if not, then they can basically, if you're strong, then they can develop a plan for strength, and I had to learn that the hard way, but anyways, but yeah, I'm feeling really vulnerable these days. Anyways, the point of the story is as I was thinking about it, then they wouldn't let me get through the thought of how I would even explain that to somebody, and they were just fucking with me. So I know that people out there are the Stockholm Syndrome partisan, washed up masses are thinking all kinds of irrational shit, and they don't like anything that doesn't go along with, getting fucked. You know what I mean? Because that's their religion, and so they just don't like any of it, And so the aliens are endearing themselves to me, oh, well, I'll fuck with them like this. So if I'll fuck with them like that. So that's what's going on.